Okay, why did you say that Mahalia Jackson's story should be portrayed in a timeless fashion, like Lady Sings the Blues?
Because, as I said earlier, for what she stood for. And what I'm hearing is that I think they're having a hard time finding, I don't know if it's the fineness behind it or a woman of certain caliber to play the part. Because when Diana Ross, she doesn't look nothing like Billie Holiday.
Right.
But the fact that I didn't really know who Billie, when it came out in 72. I was only 8 years old.
Yeah.
8 years old when it came out. But that's 42 years later. People still talking about it.
Right.
And it took someone of Diana Ross' caliber for it to be timeless. And I think that when Mahalia contribute to the world, it's more than just gospel. And I think for them to, it's hard. I can't think of any gospel singer.
Well, I was going to ask you, maybe it don't have to be a gospel singer. Maybe it could be someone else.
That's my point. I can't think of nobody in the gospel who's worthy of paying part. Because I know half of them. And and it's not, and then also I think it's more real when you are it is acting, but it's better when you are really what you're playing.
Right.
If you're the part, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? It's more believable. And I really don't think.
Who would you? Do you have anybody in mind other than a gospel singer that could play?
I actually have been thinking for a while. I can't actually think. I'm not being nasty. I really can't think of anybody that I know of that could play the part. There's one person I thought about that I feel like maybe could do the part.
Who would that?
But she's real light-skinned. But with the technology, they can
make her darker.
Not necessarily. I'm not worried about the skin color, but I think because she is a lady and she's well respected and she can sing. She doesn't sound like Mahalia, but the thing is getting the story over to people, and if they can keep in mind and look past her skin color, that she's a light-skinned lady, and focus on using Mahalia tracks in the movie for her voice, certain songs, and then they probably even write some original songs for her to make it believable. And if they can look past her color, who I would pick would be Mariah Carey, because she's well respected, and she's only thing about it, she's light skinned, and I believe she would deliver the message, and it would stick. It would be lasting. It would be a lasting. Diana Ross, back in '75, when my cousin Josephine passed, Diana Ross really did a lot of research on her life. She was wanting to do the Josephine Baker story, and and this is the thing about us, we something else. Wasn't nobody really studying the story too much to Diana start doing the research on it. Then all of a sudden I heard Donna Summers was trying to do the part. A lot of black women, I wanted to be Josephine Baker. But Diana Ross was doing the research. But as time went on, she did a lot of research. HBO went back and scooped up the copyrights and eventually gave it to Lynn Winfield, which, don't get me wrong, Lynn Winfield's face and the kind of bucky teeth look, and she did a dynamic job of the story. But even in her doing it, it's not timeless. You know, people I saw, but it was done, but it's liking something, and a lot of the information is not really in the movie. It wasn't captured on film.
It probably would have took a lot.
But Diana Ross knew a lot of the information. She researched the part out. And it isn't sticking like Lady Sings the Blues. But I'm saying, have you seen the movie?
I have seen it.
Everybody, and everybody's like hollering how could Eliza Minnelli got the award over Diana Ross, and this happened 42 years ago. So that's when you know something is lasting. And it's going to be really, really, really hard to find a woman to do the part.
So let me ask you about Diana Ross since you brought her up.